Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. This is a bit of a weird story. It's happened in HMP Birmingham. Marcus Miller was serving a prison sentence only 8 months when he forced another inmate into his cell and demanded cash. This happened in 2017. They've only just charged him now. The 27-year-old refused to let him go until he provided details of his relatives who could give him up to £200 for what they say was tobacco. He got his victims' relatives' numbers and then rang them on an illegal mobile phone. They agreed to transfer the money over, but before that could actually happen, things escalated. I don't understand what happened. They don't specify why, but he ended up punching his victim, Miller did, and poured boiling hot water over his groin, leg and forearms, causing serious burns, which required hospital treatment. Miller, of no fixed address, was convicted of false imprisonment, assault and 2 counts of blackmail at a trial at Birmingham Crown Court. He's just been jailed now for another 11 years for that incident. So bear in mind, he would have been serving half his sentence. So it was only 4 months. He'd have been doing 4 months. Whatever happened in that cell to make it escalate to what it got to, only they will know. I imagine the guy he did it to did not write a statement, because it isn't a surprise that this is happening in prison. This has been happening since the dawn of time. There's always someone weaker. Maybe they've come in there on a driving offence, they come from quite a good family, and they're getting extorted by somebody. And to get people to use their phones, obviously everybody knows they've got phones in there, but I think it's just embarrassing for the prison service when it shows the extent of what is going on, the fact that they've got so much contraband stuff. With HMP Birmingham and the 2016 riots, which caused over £2 million worth of damage, when the M-Wing actually revolted completely and took over that side of the prison. Prisoners then went on to say that it was down to the fact that was being refused medication, and I know a few people that were on M-Wing at the time of this riot, and they've personally told me that some mental health patients was not receiving medication for up to several weeks. And when you first go into prison, it's meant to take a while to get it all processed. So mental health patients are suffering. At the end of that riot, they moved 460 prisoners out of Birmingham due to the fact that just totally lost control. It's a Victorian prison. I didn't even realise this myself, but it actually goes back to 1849. Some of these cells by the Victorians, who were known to be quite cold-hearted people, were only made for one person, and in 2018 they were keeping 2 people in one person cells. So of course that must affect people's mental health. If you're just in a little box with somebody else and day-to-day stuff that's going on, anything could be going on in that person's head, and if they're not in a space that they can even function in properly, it's not good. There's cockroaches there, the documented evidence of cockroaches, rats in the Victorian section.
Monitors this jail paints a picture of a place in desperate need of attention.
There are cockroaches, there are rats around the premises, so the prison is infested with vermin in the Victorian side. That causes people distress in terms of their living conditions. The cells are crowded, so 2 people are living in a cell that the Victorians designed for 1, and effectively it's an open toilet. They spent a lot of money on building and expanding the prison in 2002. It only took like 100 years to get that funding. But even since then, the way that the prisoners are dealt with has contributed to some of the things that has happened there. And mental health problems being a main factor. And also from a little Wikipedia look up, 35 people was hung at Birmingham prison in the 1800s to the 1900s. The last one was in 1962. So there's a lot of history to this prison. Being in these old rundown places, the sewaging, the health centre in the prison was described as one of the worst they'd ever seen. That's what the health inspector said. And this was recently. This is all like, it was only in 2018 when it got took off G4S. G4S was running HMP Birmingham along with other prisons since 2011, and then the government have took it back now, so it's actually under control of the government pending improvement. So I'd love to hear people's comments on this as well, and if you have spent any time in that prison, what was your experience like as well? So please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to Scarcity Studios YouTube channel.